T, known as African Village Activities. She volunteered as a cook at Kenge's Villa. By then, she was called African Village Cook when she was in Census Party, and she was one of the main characters over there. A lot of YouTubers by then, they were starting out, the likes of Nasto. So far, out of many Kenyans that left the villa or the village, she's the most successful one. A lot of people will ask, why was African tea chased and ridiculed by Censor? It is because a subscriber sent her money through Censor, and Censor took the money. When the subscriber called her to check if she had got the money, she said no. Censor didn't give me the money. She went to Censor and asked Censor about the same money. Censor got upset and chased her away. Imagine, Kenge has been stealing people's money from a long time, but chasing her away was the best thing that could never happen to her. But now, look at her channel with 121,000 subscribers. Look on her views. She has even a video with 1.3 million views. This tells her, even when we see her moving around the village with a very good vehicle, we have reasons to say that she's doing the best. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of YouTubers can do harmful things to others because of this kind of views. If you see the likes of Lamborghini Express, when you see the likes of Censor himself, they can be mad to somebody because of the same kind of views. Now, this is a word for Gitiriba too. Censor chased you away. Build yourself. Be independent. African Village Cook is there to show you ways with iPhone. She mentioned your name. She's giving you advice. She has 2 iPhone Pro Max 17 that helps her in content creation. Censor chased away Gitiriba because of iPhone Pro Max 17. Now, she's talking on how to make use of the iPhone, and I hope Gitiriba is borrowing the idea. Gitiriba, make it done. Let us watch this clip, then we dive deep to the entire conversation. Stay tuned.
I got at 305 because I bought it in November, only 2 months in it was released. And this one I bought in February, so it was around 256,000.
What?
So this one I bought it because, first of all, you have a GoPro. You're using a GoPro here to record.
Yes.
GoPro is time consuming for me as a cook.
As a creator.
There's a lot of things that we want to do on the ground.
Yeah.
That will take a lot of time for me to transfer to the phone or laptop to edit. But with the phone, I just hold it. The videographer will just record. Then I just go and post.
So each phone has its own account.
Each phone has its own account.
Yeah. Hey guys, look.
Yeah. And having an iPhone 17 is not being stupid in any way.
Why are you saying that? And I don't know.
Gitiriba, I think I saw a story about Gitiriba having a phone also.
Gitiriba has an iPhone?
Yeah.
Oh.
A very good morning, beautiful people, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another reaction video in this amazing YouTube channel that goes by the name Maxwell Lumumba Africa. For those who are coming across this YouTube channel for the first time, I do reaction videos, especially to the videos that are posted in public domain. Like today, I'm going to react to African tea sends a powerful message to Gitiriba after the iPhone drama with Censor. Ladies and gentlemen, For those who are coming across this YouTube channel for the first time, make sure that you subscribe, like, comment, and share this video to other individuals. Remember to turn on the notification bell so that any day, anytime I do any video, you people get updated. Watch my videos from the beginning up to the end without skipping those ads that you see there. I also have another YouTube channel that has been monetized today. Let us go congratulate that YouTube channel, because there is where I post my lifestyle video. Like now, there is no lifestyle videos, or there is no anything to showcase about the construction, because I had to put a pause on the construction thing because of the financial things. But once I raise some amount of money and I see that this one will be helping me maybe to build maybe the ceiling, maybe to do the flooring, those things, I'll be doing those videos, and I'll be doing them systematically, one by one, until at the end of the day, Maxwell Lumumba will be having a roof on top before I start my major project, because my major project was building my own mason. But right now, I'm looking at the way of cutting costs through constructing just a small house. For those who have not seen it, go subscribe to Vibe with Lumumba. Let us make it happen. Let us show love to those YouTube channels. Let us give the videos a like. Having said that, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this reaction channel again. Today, we are talking about a story that many people have been discussing over the last few days. It is a story about growth, independence, resilience, and what can happen when somebody decides to build their own path. Today, I'm going to discuss about African tea, popular known by many long-time viewers as African Village Cook. Now, she has a channel called African Village Activities, and another channel, I think it is Tea Travels. So that tells us that if you have followed the Nyabohanse YouTube journey from the beginning, then you remember her very well. She wasn't just another visitor in the village. She wasn't just another guest in the village. She became one of the most familiar faces around the villa. She volunteered as a cook during a period when many viewers were just beginning their YouTube journey. Back then, the environment around the villa looked completely different. Many creators were unknown. Many channels had very few subscribers. We could pinpoint some channels like maybe Gitiriba and some other channels. So many people were simply trying to survive while hoping YouTube will one day change their lives. Among those people was African Tea. She spent time helping with the cooking and supporting activities around the villa, and many viewers came to know her through those appearances. At that time, very few people imagined she will one day become one of the biggest success story to emerge from that community. I know a lot of people will be saying this. They'll be saying it, that Tea traveled all the way from her village to Nyabohanse village to make it to success. And that's the reality. You know, we have few individuals, when they travel from where they were to maybe a new environment, they really know what made me come out of my home to go get life in another village. Why can't I be serious with this thing, with this ambition, with this vision that I'm dedicated in doing? So that is what did it. I know a lot of people will be bringing in some other stories. Leave alone those stories. For today, we are going to talk about the success story of African tea. Fast forward to today. African tea has built a own audience. You know, a lot of us, we have been sharing audience with others, with other YouTubers. A lot of us, we have been depending on other content creators because of the audience thing. That is why when you see Gitiriba being depressed in that manner, this tells us that he does not accept the journey of being independent. And a lot of people have not known why Gitiriba was chased by censor for the next 6 months. The reason is this. On one side, you see this is like a game plan because they know that when we do this drama, subscribers will coming through to help. What are we seeing now? Where does Gitiriba get money? Now to show people that I've started building this. So this means this is a scripted thing that they have been planning for a long while. The reason why we had that individual who was staying in Gitiriba, and I reacted about that individual, Jimmy, that was to create, to actually bring people to this other side. Once that was done, now we see we're now supposed to act like I've ostracized you so that you can become independent. Then we'll be meeting up after the next 6 months. Then we say how successful or how this house has been built, because they already know the drama. If it is true that Gitiriba has been chased by censor, the reason is not even the iPhone. The reason is this. Weeks ago, Gitiriba came on camera and said he has started brokering land deals. Remember, how many times has censor come on camera and said, if you need lands in Africa, come to the village, I'll help you. So this is a game that censor himself started a long time ago. So Gitiriba even for himself said, because censor is doing that, let me get live through these blocking the lands. That is where things fall apart. After the first broking of the land went successful, we could see Gitiriba buying some materials. So after doing that, he left the village to Nairobi, then left to Tanzania. So that tells us that this is a journey that Gitiriba himself has been preparing for. So those are the two things. Either it is a scripted thing or this is all about land, because when you become a competitor of censor, you are being labeled as jealousy and enemy and a betrayer. That is what happened. So African tea, after building her audience, she has created her own identity. She has established her own brand. Today, thousands of people know her because of her own work, not because she appeared in someone else's video. That is important lesson for every content creator. Sometimes your greatest opportunity begins the day you are forced to leave your comfort zone. And that is why this is a lesson for the likes of Gitiriba. This is your best time to be very independent. And the same way the likes of Mogesi, the likes of Gintu, they became very independent. They don't need censor for their growth. Yeah, they were chased out of comfort zone. Look at Mayuguno. Mayuguno was chased out of comfort zone. So now he's doing his own things and she's making it. Sometimes what feels like rejections become the beginning of your independence. Today, Gitiriba sees it like rejection. He's very bitter about it. Day 1 of the 6 months. Day 2 of the 6 months. Day 3 of the 6 months. Stop being stupid. Who are you counting for? This is not a countdown of what is happening. Will you count to the next 6 months? Let us be realistic. Don't prove yourself because this is what is happening now. You want to prove yourself. Where were you to prove yourself that you can do it? Stop being dumb. Yeah, this is something that we ourselves, we have to realize that this is what we are supposed to do from the beginning. Not because you are being rejected now, you want to prove to the world that you really can do something because of somebody. You are now making Sensor to look like your idol. And that's the reality. Never prove that because you're doing it because Sensor chased you. Do it because of yourself, not because somebody did something to you. That is why you want to show that individual that I'm ready to do it. Then the next 6 months will be doing that. Remember, you have nothing to give to Sensor. I know a lot of people will be asking about finding Ian. Why? He had to go to the handshake with the Sensor again. It is because Sensor needs finding Ian. And that's the reality. For those who don't know why Sensor needs finding Ian, you will just know. When it comes to internet, when it comes to media, when it comes to content creation, Sensor think that one of the trusted friends that he can have around him to help him or equip him with knowledge when it comes to content creation is finding Ian. That is why finding Ian for him to go back to Sensor is much very easy as compared to Gitiriba, because Gitiriba, you have nothing to offer to Sensor. Stop begging. Stop talking about anything. Many successful people can point to one difficult moment that changed the direction of their lives. Look at Gintu. Gintu does not go to Marwa, or Gintu does not go to Mogesi. Gintu does not go to any other person so that to get a shout out or to rescue the channel. He already knows what is good for him. Instead of giving up, they start over. So T started over, and even for us, we will be starting over. Instead of depending on someone else, they built something of their own. Look now, even if T would like to do a video today and not do a video tomorrow, it is up to him because she has her own audience. That is why many viewers now look African T's journey as a story of resilience. Whether you like it or you don't like it, that is the reality. Even for us as content creators, we are really learning a lot of things. Yeah, resilience means a lot of things. Whether you supported her from the beginning or discovered her later, one thing is difficult to deny. She stayed consistent. She kept uploading videos. She has done a lot of things that a lot of people have lost hope. Because for me, I've seen content creators that are being ostracized. They lose hope in life. They say, I can't get these views, then let me just leave content creation. Where is Alex right now? I don't know. Where is my Corey? I don't know. So that tells us different things. She kept improving daily. She kept believing in herself. And over time, the subscribers came. Today, her channel has grown tremendously. That growth did not happen overnight. It happened because of consistency. It happens through hard work. And it will continue happening when he continues creating content. Even when many people probably doubted her. That is one lesson every young content creator should remember. This tells her, we could see her running up and down looking for shoutouts. But right now, where is she? Success on YouTube is rarely instant. Most successful creators spend years building before the breakthrough finally arrives. Never ask me, because I saw somebody telling me, Max, you'll struggle. You'll never build your channel. You'll struggle the rest of your life. Let me say this. How many people are around Kenya and at least are making something reasonable? More than them? Not one. A lot of them. How many people are content creators, but at the end of the month, they get nothing? A lot of them. How many people I was with them where we used to make videos for 2 months, then we receive payment of 70 USD after 2 months or 3 months? A lot of them. I even know some of the content creators who spend even 3 months without getting that money, having posted videos even 1 to 2 every week, but at the end of the month, instead of smiling all the way to the bank, they now seated and they are sitting and saying, how can I make it done? Should I go back to censor and get a shout out? Should I go? Let me tell us, shout outs don't work nowadays. Somebody can come and subscribe, but at the end of the day, do they watch you? Do you have that charisma that people really like and start watching you? That is the biggest question. If you know you have no charisma, that is, even if you have a GoPro, you have iPhone without charisma, it is like nothing. So most successful creators, they spend their time building their audience before finally making it happen. Another interesting discussion that has emerged is the advice African Tea has publicly shared, encouraging creators to invest in equipment that improve their content. When I saw Gitiriba with the iPhone, I told the audience, Senso is telling you to build that house. The money that you spent in investing to that gadget, you could use maybe to build, to buy something else, maybe to build your house. Let us say you go buy a phone that is worth 50,000. You still have like 150,000. You go buy steel. You buy steel, then they lie on the floor for the next many months without using them. Or you start constructing the house, you reach up and then you stop forever. The good move that Gitiriba made, and take it from me, buying the iPhone. Why? This is you being a content creator. You have to invest in your gadget. Once, and that is what African Tea is telling. She's telling us, invest in gadget of your work. Through your investment, you'll be getting money to build that empire that you want. Don't build an empire, then you have very bad gadget that cannot help you in content creation. iPhone 17 is a good for, even for me, if I could be having that gadget, I could say hallelujah. Yeah, because we really strain when it comes to doing this content creation. It's not that we wake up one day then we say that, oh, views will be, people, these like iPhone, it makes videos like cinematic. Yeah, for those who really understand, it is like watching a movie. For those who really understand what it means, like, that is the real deal. That is the real gadget. So Gitiriba, where you are, if somebody chased you because of iPhone, never lose hope. Soldier on. Show that individual, I bought this iPhone to make this work. Shoot a lot of video, but stop those nonsense that you're telling us day one. To go where? No hurry in this world. Stay tuned, because you are not supposed to obey some people. I don't know. Even people are like, what is this? You are a grown man. Why do you go? I don't know. You are counting down that. Do you want the 6 months to get over there? You go back to Kenya. Stand up. Be independent. And that is the information I have to tell you, because the discussion that Tish is telling you, because from that conversation, many viewers notice her talking about using high quality smartphones for filming. The broader lesson is not about owning the most expensive phone. The lesson is about investing back into your work when you can afford to do. I know a lot of people were questioning the vehicle, but look at the views. Let us not question some stupid things, and yet you can see the channel performing good. So good equipment almost or alone does not make great content, but quality equipment can make it easier to produce videos consistently, and that tells us a lot of things. So Gitiriba, don't sleep on your gadget. Don't show us that you have iPhone 17. Make use of it. If you don't know how to make use of it, you can lend me, then I make use of it. Yes, and that's the reality. So the camera helps, but the creator remains in the most important part of every successful channel. Now, this brings to another important point. No creator should build career that depends entirely on another creator. Gitiriba, don't depend on censor. But let me say this. Collaborations are wonderful. Friendship are valuable. Even for me, sometimes I wake up one morning and say, let me just go do some collabo, yeah? Let me just do some collaboration. But I have to look, who am I going to do collaboration with? Is it going to drain me, or is it going to be 50-50, or is it going to add weight on my side, you know? And that is the reality, you know. Some people will say like, Max, what are you saying? This is what I'm saying, yeah? When you're going to do collabo, you do collabo to people that you know it will be of much gain, or at least equality, or you see that I've done something, not something that drain, you know. Everybody has his own league, and that's the reality. That is why we don't jump in the village these or no. We have friends that are there to stay. We have people that we know even when we wake up one morning, they are ready to help. So I really like one thing about my cycle. I'm trying to be in a cycle that can help us when somebody is in need, when somebody needs another individual. That is what is it. So support from bigger creators can open doors. I know. Censor, as much as maybe people will be saying that I'm criticizing censor to some extent, but let me say this. Censor himself has created support for a lot of YouTubers. Nyabohanse individual, they never knew how to get monetized. I've seen a lot of YouTubers across the world, especially for the countries across the Asia. They only hear about YouTubers' money, but when it comes to monetization, they don't know how to make it monetize. So that is the challenge that we are having across the globe. If they only knew how to get monetized, that could be it. If they knew how to make videos, that is it. That is why a lot of people now, they're running to TikTok, where they want to just, I don't know, you do what? I don't know, you know, I've never got motivated with this TikTok thing, yeah? Because it is not my thing. But maybe when I'll be fully content creator, I'll be diversifying, yeah? You get me in Facebook, you get me in TikTok, you get me in Instagram, yeah? I diversify everything. So, but eventually, every creator must stand on their own feet and offer support for himself. So, every creator needs their own audience. Every creator needs their own identity. Identify yourself like, I, Maxwell Lumumba, I can do these and these. Not I as maybe I can copy these. No, stop copying but pasting. Every creator needs viewers who watch because they appreciate what people unique creators. That is how long long-term success is built. When your ambition is all about long-term thing, be independent. That is why Maxwell Lumumba, most of the times I'm independent, doing my things, because today you can see me with this person, the next time you see me alone. If your entire career depends on one person, then your future depends on decisions that you cannot control. Build your own audience gives you freedom. And let me say this. From that conversation between Melo Howie and Gitiriba and T, It really tells us a lot. That tells us that T watches. T knows the reasons why there was fallout. T mentioned because meaning how he was saying, I don't know if Gitiriba has an iPhone. But the reality is Gitiriba has an iPhone. He has to make use of the iPhone. This conversation never came by chance. It came because it is a coincidence in such a way that Gitiriba has been chased. Now we can see Tim making success with his 2 iPhone. Hey, let me just who can buy me iPhone? That's just a joke, yeah? So, freedom to create, freedom to grow, freedom to make your choices. This brings your audience, gives you freedom to do anything. That is why nobody can come to Maxwell and say, Max, I'm unsubscribing because you're not doing this to this creator, or you're not doing this to this creator. No, I'm not here to be controlled. I don't depend on another creator to make a living. If you like, you live. If you like, you remain. 1 leave, 3 join, or 10 join. So that is what we call success. So this is perhaps the biggest lesson people are drawing from African T's journey. She became known through collaboration, but she grew because she built her own platform. She built her own identity, and that is exactly the encouragement that many younger creators need today. Don't go to the river I don't understand doing what. Whatever challenges you experience today, do not have to define your future. Sometimes the ending of one chapter creates room for the better chapter to begin. Sometimes leaving one environment pushes you to discover your own potential. Sometimes what appears to be a setback become the very thing that changes your life forever. That is why today's discussion is bigger than one creator. It is bigger than any other individual. It is about independence. It is about perseverance. It is about believing in yourself even when circumstances change. If there is one message upcoming creators should take away from this story, it is simple. Keep creating, keep learning, keep improving. Do not wait for someone else to build your future. Build your own, because at the end of the day, your biggest investment is not another person's platform. It is not any other individual. It is your own name, your own reputation, and your own audience. Those are the assets that no one can take away once you have earned them. And perhaps that is the biggest lesson from African T's journey. This journey is a reminder that consistent work and independence can turn difficult chapter into a successful new beginning. Let us know in your comment, do you think African T's story is an inspiration for upcoming creators? What lesson do you think new YouTubers should learn from her journey? Let us discuss respectfully below. Just to add maybe one point that I forgot is that how many times a censor come on camera, try to beg for Gitiriba a lot of times, but nothing has happened. This tells us that it has reached a point where Gitiriba has become a liability to censor instead of being an asset. Censor works in a criteria that when you become a liability, is done with you. That is what happened to Ogutu. That is what it happened to other people. So Gitiriba has become a liability to him because he has tried so many times. Yeah, help Gitiriba, buy him this. The last time when Gitiriba came and said that they have broke his house, they have stolen from him, what happened? Nothing happened. Nobody sympathized with him. Yeah, so that tells us that he has become an asset instead of becoming a liability. If you know, these are the reasons why Gitiriba was chased away by censor. come on camera and tell us that this is the reason, then we'll be appreciating. Stay tuned. Goodbye and wonderful for listening. All these things I've said. I love you all. Goodbye.